Yep. Welcome. Oh God. What are we doing here? What are we doing? It is one of those days. Let me get set up real quick here. Gotta grab something. Where is it? There it is. We'll have to read this in a bit. I just want to wait until some ESO players come along. Then I want to read this ESO thing. But before we do that, let's hop into our game development. I don't even know what we're gonna do today. Probably have to do some more graphics. I don't know. I have to check what's left. Maybe we're gonna implement the I don't know, something. We'll figure it out. I got enough shit to do. Alrighty then. Let's look at our stuff here. Tone down the volume a little bit on that soundtrack. So what's important here? Building resource. Oh yeah. That's supposed to say not working, not now working. The resource transfer. Yeah, let's actually maybe let's try to fix that. Let me confirm that that doesn't work. Resource transfer, my inventory. Yeah. Fortress ID not defined. I don't even know why would that be a thing? Why would that be a thing? That doesn't even make sense. That's so weird. All right, let's figure it out. There it is. This is really weird. All right, let's chat up. What are we gonna do? Let's do low. Gemini low. Gemini. Gemini. All right, let's go. Could you please check why the resource transfer between players and buildings is not working anymore? I get this error. Also, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna link anything. It's gonna figure it out. It's smart. It's smart. It's gonna link. Anyway, let me, while this is working, let me look around for some missing graphics. I should probably also transfer graphics over so I know exactly what we have and what we don't have. Let me make sure my images folders are linked up. To make sure we got the same images. on the server and on the computer. What do we got here? Investigating blah blah blah. Buildings.js. Fix the issue. It was a typo in Buildings.js where Fortress ID was being used instead of Building ID in several places. Yeah, that's weird. Why would that be the case? All right, so he fixed the Buildings.js. Let me actually close stuff up here. Let me get some stuff closed. Lots of CSS up here. God, I have so much shit open. Maybe we should close everything, eh? Close it all. Right, except, so that was the Building.js. Which is over here. Building.js. God, Building.js is so huge. 165. Jesus, dude. I think I have to like break that up into multiple pieces. I don't think we can leave it like that. That's kind of insane. All right, let's see. See if we can transfer stuff. Hey, there you go. We can transfer. Nice. Very nice. Okay, that works. I gotta kind of finish the army modal. Gotta finish the army modal. Gotta get that sorted out. So army seems to still work. Yeah, that works. I'll put it back up here. Put that on camp. Place the army up here. Right. Cool. All right, now let's look at the images here. So buildings wise. Oh yeah, we need a ruin. The ruin is not defined yet. Shrines are defined. I think the only thing that's missing is the ruin, the walls, which we don't even have as the original right now, and then the wooden gates. I have to figure out how to set that up properly. Because the thing is, originally we had like kind of like front facing buildings with a little bit of like perspective, but just like very little perspective, just like front facing. And now that I made the new images, we're all like basically, we got like almost like an isometric view, right? Like top angle, a little bit of a side angle. And that looks decent, but I'm not sure if that, do I want that? Is that what I want? Especially if you come here into the inner city, right? I placed a ton of buildings in the inner city. Not sure if I like that. Maybe I want them, but like it's like a ton of images. I mean, just look at this here. That's like almost 60 images. I would have to like redo them all. I'm not sure if I want to. But I'm also not sure if I want to keep them the way they are right now. And then I'm picturing, what am I picturing? I think we want we have to like kind of prepare. There's so many things actually, so we have to prepare spots places, tiles, whatever you want to call them, in the inner city, so that not everybody can just place a building, right? So that needs to be something that the mayor can do. I should write that down before I forget that again. Mayor set up building lots. I gotta have that. And then I think I want an option where you can basically just build like cobblestone, either as roads or just as like, you know, like a paved area, cobblestone area. So you can kind of like design the inner city a little bit. Yeah, I could just put like some cobblestone stuff here, like maybe put a road up there. And then the walls would come in too. Kind of have to like set up the walls. I think that would be nice. That would look pretty decent if I could like cobble this all. If I could cobble all this space here. I think I would like that, yeah. Right. So building resource transfer, that's fixed. This is something I need to figure out, but I can't really come any closer to figuring out what I want to do with that. Army overview on character page, that's another issue. The character page, the army overview, I would like to... I don't know where to put it. That's the big issue. I think I have too much shit here. I have too much stuff. Got too much stuff, man. Got my buildings, trade routes, caravans, ships. And I would technically have to like place my armies there too. I don't know where to put it. Not sure where to put it. Because this is going to be the maximum on trade routes and caravans. You can only have 2 caravans, only can have 3 trade routes. So the this panel here is not going to be bigger than this. And this one's also not going to be as big here. And even if it was, let me see how many fit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, basically, you could have 9 buildings. Most people probably not going to have 9 buildings, but you could have 9 buildings plus a city. So some people might have that. So you could fit 9 buildings here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then also like 1 city on top of that. So that doesn't even fit in here anymore. Could make the list a little bit smaller, maybe. I'll worry about this another time. I don't think it's necessary right now. But I can make this a little bit smaller. Just a teeny tiny bit. Yeah, make the font smaller. Reduce the paddings a little bit. Ships. Technically, you can have as many as you want. Most people are not going to have that because they're expensive. I'd say most people probably not going to have more than 3 ships. Because it's like... you need a fast one, and you need one that can transport a lot. If you are like a fisherman, that's basically what you need. A fast one and one that can transport a lot. Right? So you'd have 2 ships. One with a lot of speed, one with a lot of storage. Or if you're not like super power gamer, you could just have a ship that kind of has both to a certain degree. Where am I going to put this? I can't make this any wider. And I don't want to like tack like another panel like below here. Although I could have my buildings, my trade routes, my caravans as separate panels. And then I'm left with my ships and my armies. And I can like put them below somewhere. But then it's like, it's too much. You have to like scroll so much, and you can't have like everything like, I don't know. This is the tough part about UI design. How do you display a lot of info in a easy to see, compact way? I want to make the character sheet less wide. I think if I made this less wide, but then again, what am I going to do with the group? What am I going to do with the group? What if I do like character sheet, like I could do like 60% of the current width. 60%. That would basically be as wide as my buildings here, right? My buildings be the same width. How many of these can I fit next to each other? 1, 2, 3, almost 4. Hannah, welcome. Hello, Angel. How you doing? How you doing? Cheers. Drinking a coffee just for you. Hot. What am I talking about? Talking about game design. Trying to figure out how to design things in my game. Still thinking about it. Oh, so slow. I gotta turn the thing off. So yeah, doing some game design. I got an ESO forum post loaded up for later. No way you're making a game? Oh yeah, I've been working on it for like almost 6 months now. Old school browser MMO. Been working hard on it. I'm just going through all my stuff here, trying to figure out what to do. So I think I'm gonna. Where was I? Army overview on character page. Yeah, we're gonna leave this one. I have to come up with a solution. Auto map updates glitching out inner city. Yes, we could potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna do that later. Hope it brings everything I'm hoping for. Well, it brought you to me today, so I'm quite happy. Super detailed. The game? Yeah, I mean... God, we got all kinds of stuff. I'm the only person online right now. No one's playing my game. Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. We got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I've been working on it for a long time. This is me. Hello. Nice to meet you. Playing the long game. I'm always playing the long game. Always in for the long haul. Well, anyway, what are you up to? Just cooking. What are you cooking? What are you cooking? Women things. Would you say cooking is a woman thing? Thai green curry. Oh my goodness. Ass at cooking? If you were ass at cooking, you wouldn't be making Thai green curry. Okay? I can tell you that. Women's places in the kitchen. No, it's not true. That's not true. Everyone's place is in the kitchen if they wanna be there. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I am actually a trained chef, and I don't like cooking because I've done it a lot. Done it a lot. So, well, I mean, you can make me a woman by just moving one letter in my name. If you just swap the O and the W, you got a match head woman. It's very easy. So yeah, I always always gotta be careful when I spell my own name. I don't have a little switcheroo in there, you know. Anyway, have you read this post? This came out earlier. I saw it on Twitter. I haven't looked over it yet. Something about PvP. I heard a bit about it. I haven't heard anything about it. I'm interested. Something about Cyrodiil? Are we finally gonna do something after 11 years? Something gonna happen? Okay, to recap where we started, blah blah blah. Vengeance significantly increase the player cap in Cyrodiil campaign so that campaigns feel lively. No one's even playing. Like you can increase the fucking player cap. It doesn't matter if no one is logging in. Wolverine, welcome. Oh my god, what is this? The fuck is this thing? That was disgusting. Some bug on my desk. The fuck was that? They're making something not as small as BGs and not as big as Zero. Really? Going Asmongold on us? It's not quite as bad, I think. No, it was like a weird bug on my desk. That's ugh. I don't like bugs. Get the scissors out. I got some. No, it's okay. It's okay. Wolverine, how we doing today? Welcome. We're reading something about Cyrodiil. Right, Cyrodiil has was originally designed to support 900 total concurrent players, 300 per alliance. So that was that really the max? Was that really the max? Oh god. God. Don't be so loud. 900 was the max. I thought we had more. I thought people said we had like 800 per faction or some shit. We've not been able to support these target numbers in the current non-Vengeance Cyrodiil campaigns. We're able to hit 900 total concurrent players with the Vengeance rule set. Interesting. Reduce frustrating latency and related game performance issues in Cyrodiil, especially during large sustained battles. Through testing, determine if overall ability complexity is the main cause of the server stress. I mean, the main cause is the fact that people just stand there and spam AoEs. And you never fix the fucking AoE spam. And then the other issue is that you said for many years that performance upgrade, like hardware upgrades, wouldn't do anything for performance. And then it actually did something for performance, and then you took it away again. That's the fucking problem. God dang it. We did test other potential causes of server stress, game performance issues during Vengeance, blah blah blah. I've never played Vengeance. Like they've done Vengeance after I left. I never hopped in. Test learnings. Throughout the first 3 tests, we learned with certainty that in order to deliver a performance Cyrodiil to support a large-scale PvP zone with mass-scale battles, the abilities, procs, passives, etc. must be lighter versions of the ones that exist in the rest of the game. They just had shit design. That's it. Back soon, man. Gonna finish my women duties. Don't say that. Don't say that. Anyway, enjoy making your curry. I send me a photo. Send me a photo. I wanna see that curry. Sure, you're gonna cook a killer curry. Talk soon. Enjoy. I'll catch you later. All right, well, what do we got here? Lighter versions of the stuff. The set of 4 graphs below illustrate the difference in population as well as the server frames per second between the Vengeance Citadel campaign and non-Vengeance Citadel campaigns. On the left graph is the non-Vengeance campaigns, and on the right are the Vengeance campaigns. Can we make this bigger? Let me look at this. I don't even know how to read this. I don't even know how to read this. All right, so they're doing a test apparently. For the test in December, we will introduce Vengeance-specific perks and loadout systems for character class templates. These systems are designed to give you a bit more variety over your builds compared to what was available in previous Vengeance tests. Specifically, you will have more control over your stats, with 4 pre-built stat packages called loadouts and perks, or passes that give extra combat effectiveness and bonuses to your characters. The intent with these is to give characters a boost that is comparable to a single 5-piece item set that is purely passive like Giuliano's. Well, that doesn't sound very nice. That don't sound very nice. We will also be adding a Vengeance-specific inventory, which will store all your Vengeance items. During this test, you will also be able to collect regular items while in the Vengeance campaign. Those items will be placed in your regular inventory. Many systems that were previously turned off in Vengeance will also be turned back on, including quests, vendors, leaderboards. That was all off? That's weird. Scattershot and oil catapults will also join the available options for siege weapons. And keep recall stones and channel repair kits will also be added. Interesting. I'll share more detail notes ahead of the December test. We'll monitor the impact of these additional systems on latency and game performance. Maybe that's when we're going to do the community thing. Maybe that's when it's going to happen. Did they mention when this test is going to happen? Did they say anything? Maybe that's when we're going to bring people over to test this new system. Lastly, the Greyhouse campaign as it is now will be up during the second half of the... Get this fucking fly out of here, Jesus. During the second half of this Vengeance test, and we'll monitor server performance for both campaigns. Comparison will allow us valuable side-by-side data. We have another test or two planned for next year for the sake of evaluating healing versus damage concerns. We'll share more about those next year. So where does this put us, and where do we as a dev team realistically think we're headed for the future of Cyrodiil, with the caveat that December test still needs to happen? We see 2 realistic paths forward. Should open a Vengeance Cyrodiil campaign sometime next year with a special rule set based on the previous and upcoming tests, and leave Greyhost open as it is now. Should close all existing Cyrodiil campaigns and open 1 or 2 Vengeance rule set campaigns. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. If they actually allocate some more server performance to Cyrodiil, I think we could get away with a larger rule set that is not as restrictive. I think we could get away with that. Because here's the thing. I don't like the Vengeance stuff, even though I never played it. I don't like it. It's just too restrictive. For someone that has always done buildcraft, a lot of buildcraft, and that basically gets his enjoyment out of the buildcraft. If you take that away from me, man, I'm not gonna have fun. I'm not gonna hop into PvP every day with the same fucking build. I'm sorry. That's just boring as fuck. I can't play a build for like forever. Like other people. I just sit on their fucking meta builds. As a dev team, scenario 1 is the one we strongly prefer as the most likely. We want to have a choice between playing in Vengeance or Greyhost and would closely monitor both campaign populations to help inform any additional actions we should take moving forward. Recognize that some of our players would prefer there be no changes to their characters, effectively how they are in the Greyhost Cyrodiil campaigns, while enjoying the higher population and reduced latency. This is not something that will be possible. I mean, I don't know, dude. How was it possible in the past? Maybe you should just go back to the past. Maybe you should just take all the fucking, like, dumbass proc sets out of the game. Okay, maybe we shouldn't have, like, fucking spellcrafting and people playing 3 classes at once on one fucking character. Maybe we should just, like, you know, just calm down a little bit with this shit. You know, go back to a time where things were simpler, but still interesting enough to allow interesting buildcraft and stuff, you know? Want to share a few early bits about some things that are working on PvP. You hear a little bit more about those in January for players who wish to enjoy PvP experience that is more like Greyhost. We are in the early stages of work on a mid-sized PvP space. It will be smaller than Cyrodiil, but larger than our largest battlegrounds. Get this fucking fly out of here. Jesus. We're in the area. Where am I? Oh yeah, largest battlegrounds and offer enough room for 3-sided keep warfare and an overall similar experience to Cyrodiil. The goal with that will be to allow players to have their full suite of abilities, unique builds, equipments, just like in Greyhost. We're working on a PvP progression system. And we're excited to tell you a little bit more about early next year. So they don't say when that test is gonna happen, huh? We don't get a date. Oh no. The next one will begin on December 3rd. Oh, there it is. What day is that? It's a Wednesday. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Yeah, people are not like super excited about it. Remove AoE proc sets like Vicious Death, remove 20 million Vigor, and regen takes. You can have active on you along. Yeah, I mean, that's the shit we've been saying for like fucking years now. That's the fucking shit we've been saying for years. Stop with the fucking AoE bullshit. You know, cut down on the AoE nonsense. Cut down on like the same fucking effects taken on like 20 people 50 times over. Like there's like fucking 20 people standing in a corner and they have like fucking like 15 instances of like you know, healing dots ticking on them. Stuff like that. Like fuck that. That's bullshit. That's where the fucking performance issues are coming from. Because that shit adds so much fucking stress to the server that doesn't need to be there. because it ruins the gameplay. Because no one's like, you can kill absolutely no one anymore because everyone's just like, just getting like power healed by like 15 dots at all fucking times. So it ruins the PvP and it ruins the performance. So it's like, it's wild to me that this hasn't been addressed. We've been saying this shit for like 10 years now. And it's just not being addressed at all. Yeah, problem solved, but alas, the devs won't listen. Yeah, they will not listen. Devs never listen. I wish I had a fucking forum account. I'd jump in there and like let them have it. But that's exactly why I don't have a forums account anymore. Oh, they don't want me there. They don't want me. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to think about this one a little bit. Anyone here that we know? Any commenters? Skinny cheeks. Yeah. Yeah, it's really weird to me that we're not actively working on the things that make the server lag out, and we're treating this as if it's like some fucking secret that we can't get behind. We can't figure out what's causing the lag. We know exactly what's causing the lag. You know, maybe we should like just focus that, target that like specifically. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Wolverine, are you here? It's my man Wolverine here. Where's this fucking fly? Get out of here. Did I get it? I don't know. This fucking fly. This one fly that keeps showing up. This tiny little piece of shit. All right, so what's the... You're here? Nice. How are you doing today, brother? How are you feeling? Vengeance isn't the solution. No, it isn't. Absolutely not. About to make chicken burgies. Some chicken burgies? Nice. Hannah's making some... What did she make? Green Thai curry? Yeah, green Thai green curry. She's making the curry. Wolverine's having some bogus. I had some sausage rolls, like actual, like just rolls with sausage in it. It's pretty good. I like it. What are we gonna do next here? Oh yeah, let's spruce up the shipyard. Let's look at the shipyard thing here. This is something I want to redo. This needs to look better. Ship listing. We're going to give that the SW card. And this one's going to get flex. How do I want to do this? No, actually, I shouldn't do flex. I should do grid. Let's do grid. Grid colds 3, maybe? Let's do 3. Let's do a gap of 4. It's probably too small if I do that. I can make the modal bigger. Make the modal bigger. Let me see. What's the width here on this thing? I gotta sneeze again. Oh, why am I so sneezy? Why is there a max width of 800? Who did this? Why can't I overwrite this? What is this shit? I should be able to overwrite this. Shipyard CSS. Wait, do we have a... Do we really have a shipyard CSS? How many things are in there? Not many. 60. Okay. And I'm almost tempted to just like null the whole thing. I just want to take the whole thing out. See how shitty that looks. Man, I miss playing video games. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest with you. Okay, so this is what this looks like now without the CSS. How wide is that? 1150. How's that 1150 though? What's determining that? Max width 11. Okay, so this is just the modal content sitting at 1100. Why is this one not shifting over? Still not. Still not. Okay. What's going on with the fucking... Why can't I override the fucking alignment on that page 3? I have to like literally tell it to do this. Wait, still not doing it? Why are we... Okay. This doesn't even make sense. This should be overriding that. Fucking bullshit. So apparently we got the old school. Where is it? Old school. Oh my god, I can't find it. There it is. Apparently we have ship stuff in here too. Ship by button now. Keep those. Shipyard modal. Ship sprite. We're gonna null all the ships. Ship details. All right. We're just removing all the residual CSS stuff for this thing because I can focus on actually like doing the proper layout. Yeah, that looks nice and rustic. Yeah, I think we're gonna have it like this, most likely. All right, let's find the right thing here. Where even is it? Where even do I have it? Do we have a shipyard modal? Do we have a shipyard modal or something? Is it the building UI manager? It's the building UI manager, isn't it? That's where we have this stuff. Building UI manager. Right. Let me see where we got the stuff. Also, what is it called? Shipyard modal body. Okay. Modal body grid. Yeah, okay. Shipyard modal. No? Where is it? Is it not here? Wait, it's not here. This is not the right one. Ship list. Okay, I have to look it up. Ship list. Ship listing. Shipyard CSS. Building UI manager. Building UI Oh. Oh. I forgot. We have like new. We have new ones. Oh, it's got its own thing now. I forgot. Shipyard. There it is. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Okay, shipyard modal body. And I would like to add... God, what did we do? What did we do here? What was that? Okay, grid colds. 3, and then a gap 4. Ship listing class. And then we're gonna do SW card. We're gonna do justify center. And we're gonna do throw in a TA center as well, just for good measure. Oh yeah, shipyard modal element not found. So I'm not supposed to change that up here. Let me see if I can separate them. Let me see if this works. Probably doesn't work. In which case I have to figure something else out. Yeah, that works. Kinda. Well, actually, it doesn't work. Yeah. How am I gonna add this? I don't know how to add it. Oh, actually, you know what? No, this is gonna be in game EJS. This is hard coded. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's gonna fix that. There you go. Hell yeah, brother. So we got 7 ships. Got 7 ships. What if I said I want to justify center? No? No? No. How do I arrange them in a different way? Or maybe this is okay. I don't know. We could also technically make this like this. Could be interesting. How do I want to do it? Do I want to have 3 columns or 4? I think I want to shrink this down and maybe have then 3 or something. Probably better. Wait, do I need to do like an item center? Is that the one? No. I don't know how to do it. Anyway, let's focus on the cards a little bit more. The button definitely needs an MT4. Yeah. Button needs an MT4. That's actually probably enough already. Yeah, do like an H10 on that P class. An H10, then on the ship by we set an MT4. That looks decent. I still want to shrink it down a little bit more, I think. Definitely make the image smaller. 6464 right now. Yeah, apparently we don't have 50 pixel defined in our thing. What would that be? Width 4? Height? No. That's like 12. Yeah. Do that, I guess. Okay, where's the thing? There it is. Glass. What did we say? H12 and sorry, and W12. Yes. And then I also want to go in here, the display name, or do anything else. I want to say I hit him with the text Cinzel. Sorry, Cinzel. Maybe hit him with the text MD. A little smaller. Maybe a little too small. Might be just a tad too small. Yeah, let's do large on that one. Text infel, and then maybe text MD. Let's do that. Ship stats. And I also want to do a justify. Justify. Oh my god, can I type justify between? Why is this not working? Do I have to hit him with a W full first? No? Why not? Oh, the justify between doesn't work because I haven't set this up as a flex. Yeah, there you go. W, what are we gonna do here? 1, 2. I mean, this doesn't look that bad, actually. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. Kind of dig it. But then also we can make this smaller, I think. It doesn't have to be that large anymore. Let's do like an H6. That should be enough. Most likely. I don't know about that. I also feel like this shouldn't be an infel. This looks weird as an infel. It's harder to read. Might have to make another change. I think we're just... Let me see what this looks like now. It's actually not bad. Kind of do like it. Kind of do like it, but also I wanna see what this looks like if I... let me see, what do I have to do? We have to take this away. And we should have a gap of like 2 or something at least. Yeah, we gotta limit it actually. This has to be limited, unfortunately. What if we say width 2/3? No? Do we not have this? Surely we have a 2/3. What the... You want to tell me we don't have that? That's bullshit. That's BS. What are you talking about? There it is. Oh, we only have a max width? Really? Three-fourths? 2/5? 1424. Yeah, we never added that one. That's crazy. That is crazy. I didn't know we didn't have this defined. Did I never use that? That's crazy. I don't believe that. And now let me see what that looks like. Better? Let me also test the 3/4. It's probably better actually. Yeah, let's do 3/4 then. Where am I? Did I not upload it? What? Uploaded the wrong thing, idiot. Idiot. Nice. Yeah, that looks decent, I would say. What am I trying to do here? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing anyway. How do I do that? How far to complete would you say this project is? It depends on what I want in it, really. Probably around 80%. Yeah, lots of ideas still. We in combat now? Yeah, we got the combat music going. Yeah, I don't have anything else to play. I would love to just listen to some Spotify, but I don't want to listen to the fucking ads constantly. Gonna hit me with the ads. I was gonna look something up. Oh yeah, let's actually hop into a new chat here. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Also, you're unable to charge payment method for your Plus subscription. It happens, okay? It happens. Don't fault me for it. Anyway, trying to align grid items centered so that when I have 2 rows of 3 columns each and 1 row with 1 column only at the bottom column is in the center. Grid autoflow row plus justify items. That's it. What? Justify item center. But that didn't work for me, did it? Why is the bottom not moving? Oh boy. This doesn't work. This ain't working. But I don't have the auto fit. Do I have to put the auto fit in? I don't get it. Is this not where the auto fit was supposed to go? Oh no, it's repeat auto fit. Oh, my minimax. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, this is garbage. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? This is garbage. I mean, I could leave it like this. It's not the end, not the end of the world, but I want to make it look nicer. Nicer. Justify center. See, I would have expected that this works, but it doesn't. Items center. Nah, it doesn't fucking do anything. This is what I have. Justify center and items center doesn't seem to actually center all the divs inside of it so that the single one in the last row is centered. Thinking for a better answer. Yeah, browser fills rows left to right, so item 7 always goes in the column 1, the last row. Yeah, that's true. Cold Star 2. Can I even do that? Do I have Cold Star 2 defined? I gotta look at my tailwind. Yeah, I don't have Cold Star 2 defined. But I could easily do that. Put that in. Let's do that. Cold Star 2. Electric Boogaloo. Yo, brother, we need a game. I don't think I can do this. I don't think this is the crowd pleaser. I don't think people want to watch me just push pixels around. I don't think that's what they want. Oh no, wait, the last, sorry, what am I doing? Not this, the last one. Oh wait, I can't do the last one. No, I can't, fuck, this doesn't work. I can't give the last one a specific style. The elements are dynamically created and populated, not hard-coded. I guess you just have to, like, just drop it. It's not worth the fucking struggle right now, honestly. Yeah, I probably have to do Flexbox then, but then that means I have to... Let me see. I have to give this one... Nah, this sucks. This sucks. Nah, fuck this. This sucks. This sucks. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. There's issues with paddings then. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Fuck it. I'm done. I'm done. Fuck you. I still want to make this smaller. This is too big. This is too big still. Trying to think. How do I get some... What if I just don't have the... You know, if I wasn't using... If I wasn't using the thing at all... Because, I mean, they all look the same anyway, so I might just take it out. We just take this out completely. It's the same graphic anyway for all the ships. That reminds me, I actually need to have a ship graphic. Let me throw that into nano banana. Nano banana. All right, let this one load. This takes a little bit. Did I upload this already? Brother, I made so many images. Like hundreds of images. Just, and we're not even done. Probably still need like 100 more, so it's just crazy. Insane. See, now this kind of looks weird again. Without the ship? Without the ship icon, this looks weird. And I can make different ships too. Make different ships. No, please, a ship. Something mid-sized. Like a barge or a cog. Medieval style, of course. All right, send that out. When in doubt, send it out. I don't like the way this looks now. For some reason, now it looks garbage. Now I don't like it anymore. Now I don't like it anymore. Make the image a little smaller, maybe. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know why this looks so much better. Just having that ship, just I don't know, just makes it look better, I guess. I guess we can leave it like that. That's decent. Somewhat decent. Okay, Nano Banana is still thinking. I'm also gonna write down make sprites for all ships. Gotta have that, I guess. In the last couple of days, I've added so many more tasks to my task planner. Kind of crazy. We're done with like a lot of tasks. Like we fixed a lot of stuff. We've implemented a lot of shit. And it's just like the more I look at it, the more new tasks I have. That's like the thing with game design. It never ends. It never ends. Do I like this ship? Not really, huh? Not really. Not a great graphic. I mean, it's not bad, but it's also, I don't know. I don't know. Not sure what to say. ship's pretty pixely. We'll see if this looks decent or not. Also not sure if I should keep the splash or not. Concentration. You gotta focus, dude. You gotta focus. One needs to focus. One needs to focus. It is what it is. Yeah, this is what I do every night, dude. For hours and hours on end. Just sit here and just edit like fucking hundreds of images. Ships. Oh, actually. Interesting. Interesting. Don't even we don't even call this ship. We call this all kinds of different things. It's called barge. No, let's call it caravel. Not to be confused with caramel. And then let's call it cog. Just gonna replace the same image. Time to get Ion too. I've given up on it. I haven't tried in the last couple of days, but I also don't really wanna fuck with it. It just I don't know, man. There's so much wrong with that fucking game, dude. So much wrong with it. Like I wouldn't have minded like just playing it for a couple of days, but after it just wouldn't let me in for like a couple of days. Wait, did I not spell that word? Break it? Oh, there it is. Oh, wait a second. Spelled with one T. I see how it is. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't seem like a very good game. And there apparently, I've heard so many like dumb things about it. I bet it's New World today. I mean, it's a weekday, so it's probably bad again. Probably pretty bad, if I had to guess. It's just not worth logging in. Like, I don't want to like run around and then not be able to do any OPRs. It's so sad, man. It's so fucking sad. Shit's pissing me off, man. Not gonna lie. 2.5 on right now? That's not much. That ain't much. Alright, let's see what this thing looks like on the water. It ain't bad. It ain't bad. It's alright. And now we're going backwards. I wonder if I wait, what is this? What am I seeing here? What is this? Am I crazy? Is that on my that's on my screen. There's a teeny tiny like dot on my screen. I was like, why is there a dot like underneath my ship? Did I fuck up the graphic? No, it was just on my screen. Okay, it's gone now. Okay, dock the ship. Oh man. Yeah, I think that's about as good as it gets. Shipyard menu with pretty cards. Boom. Get out of here. Let me look at something here. This is not in here. Yeah. See, I need to change that actually. Where's the university? Is that the university? Yeah. Yeah, we need a university UI. And undefined. Wait, why does it say that? Tavern at undefined. Okay. Found another issue. Some kind of Facebook game? What the fuck are you yapping about? Fuck off, man. Fuck off. I don't know if I like them. I spend a lot of time making them and editing them and adjusting them. Not sure if I like them, though. Very cartoon looking. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I don't... The issue that I have is they're all like isometric. Right? They're all isometric. And normally we don't have isometric stuff. Because this is not an isometric map. So normally we don't do this. Those I like. Those look pretty nice actually. But still, like, am I gonna go ahead and like redo them all over again? And kind of adjust them so that they're like in a side profile or like from the front or something? I don't know. I don't know. I like those over here. Tucked away in the forest. Kind of like them. The mines are a little, I don't know. I don't know if I like the mines or not. I don't know if I like the mountains. I feel like the mountains are too spiky. Fucking fly. I can't get it. Is that where the Ewoks live? I don't know anything about Ewoks, dude. I don't know anything about them. Like I've redone all these things. Like these things here, all the landscape, all the terrain stuff, all the buildings. 150 items in this thing here. A lot of pictures. The landscape is okay. I've basically copied the old graphics. I've redrawn them, but I've copied the exact shapes of them so that everything fits together. Right, everything fits together nicely there. I do like the forest. I feel like I could maybe make the forest a little darker and maybe a little bit more desaturated. The two towers. Something looks out of place. Yeah, I don't know. I think the towers are nice. They're okay. But the rest of the it's just that's the problem. Like, what do I want? There's two major problems right now that kind of bother me. One of them is that all the buildings are at an angle right now, which I think looks good, but it doesn't fit that well, in my opinion. And the other issue is that a building can only be as big as a tile, right? And the tiles are just like 64 by 64. But I have to display like, you know, like a bakery. And I have to display a city. And the fact that the bakery and the city are basically the same size is kind of bothering me. And that's not just like with this game. It kind of bothered me about the original too. The only way for me is I could just make the bakery sprite smaller. Like, or like the normal building sprites, I could make them smaller. Like within the 64 by 64 tile, I could just scale them down. But then they're too small and you can't see any details anymore. Which is something that kind of bothers me too. Because it's hard to make buildings that stand out, that have like details that you can identify, so that you can look at a building and say, okay, this is the bakery, and that right next to it is the brewery. And they look different. And they don't just look different, but they look different in a way that makes sense. Where I can look, and I mean, it is there, but you can basically not really see it. There's a little bread oven, right? And then you go over here to the brewery, and they got like stills and stuff, and barrels and stuff. You come over here to the smithy, and you see a little, you know, see a little forge, and you see a little anvil, but it's very small, very, very small. You come over here to the farm, and you see some cows and some wheat, but it's like very small. If I made it even smaller, just wouldn't be able to tell anything anymore. You wouldn't be able to see what's going on. But on the map smaller, I do want to separate them. I do want to separate them. But I don't know. It's just something about it. I think if I found a better design, I think it would work better. So I'm probably gonna redo all the buildings again. Because if my map was designed to be isometric, which it isn't, it's not an isometric map. But if it was isometric, it would fit a little bit better. And it's just, in general, it's just a weird kind of thing. Like, what's the perspective here? It's basically top down, but not completely top down. There is a little bit of a perspective to it. Obviously, you know, you're seeing the map from the top down, but the buildings are not from the top down, and they never were. And the mountains are not top down, and the forest isn't top down, and the players aren't top down. I don't know. It's tough. Honestly, it's really tough. Because you have to make like a lot of images and kind of like put them all in so you can get a feel for it, right? You can feel what that feels like when you're actually in like a populated world. Because if you just look at like a one-off image, you're just like, yeah, I guess that's fine. And you don't really notice the issues until you have a lot of them and they're all next to each other and you're like, yeah, actually, not for me. So I might redo them all. I don't know. I think the images are not lost. You know, if I don't use them for this project, I might use them for a different project. You know, I might use them for something else. I also have the... do I still have that? I haven't worked on it in a while. I don't even know where it is. was working on that clicker game, which is basically based on Shardworlds, and I want to make it clicker style. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. There's like certain buildings that I'm not happy with. Like I kind of like the smithy and the brewery and the bakery. I do like those. The fortress, I don't like it. Don't like the style of it. The mage tower, I think is pretty decent. Kind of like the mage tower. Kind of like the normal tower too. The other stuff is just I don't know. The farm, I'm not sure if I like having like the wheat around it, but I wanted something that kind of shows that it's a farm. It's like really hard to like make it stand out. Like how do you make it stand out? It's really weird. I'm also thinking about making the tiles bigger. I'm thinking about because right now we have what are we at? One, let me see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we got 11 by 11, right? 11 by 11 tiles. If I move that down to 9 by 9, that would mean I can make the tiles bigger. Fit into the same format here, but less tiles for the surrounding area, which means each tile is going to be bigger, which means it's going to be easier to see a difference, which also means I could potentially really scale down the other buildings a little bit more to give them a little bit of a size difference between a normal building and a city. That's kind of the big issue, right? How do you make a city bigger if all you have to work with is just a tiny tile? How do you make the city look bigger than the buildings? Can't make the city bigger than the tile, which means you have to make the other buildings smaller. That kind of sucks. And I don't know if I want to go to a 9 by 9 map. The original is 9 by 9. But I wanted a little bit extra, I wanted people to see a little bit more. Maybe I have to drop it. But isn't that going to be too big then? It's gonna be better on mobile because I will have to make a mobile friendly version because people will log in on their phones, and it's such a headache. I have an idea of like how I could approach it, but this game is so mobile unfriendly because it was designed in a time where there wasn't any smartphones. And my game looks different to the original, right? Like I've taken a lot of liberty to make things a little bit better. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hmm. I'm also this part here. This panel, the action points panel and the location stuff. I don't like that up here. I want to get rid of that, but I'm having issues trying to figure out how to redesign that and reposition it in a way where it doesn't break the overall look. Because the overall look is supposed to be you have your three panels here, right? Your group panel, actions panel, conversations panel, which is the chat. They're all the same height. They're not all the same width. Group and actions are same. conversation is a little bit wider, just to give a little bit extra room for the chat. And then you have the map panel. And if I change anything here, because the map is in a square format, if I change any dimension, the other one changes too. That's the big issue. So if I make the map taller, it's also going to get wider, which I don't want, because the game page is already pretty wide, and I want to make sure this thing fits properly onto like a smaller 16:9 display. You know, like a 1600 by 900 display. It'll fit. It'll fit. Most likely. But it's still kind of close. So I don't want to make it any wider. If anything, I would like to make it less wide, but there's no way for me to do it. There's no fucking way for me to do it. Is our music gone again? Alright. There's no way for me to make this, to take anything. I mean, the actions panel, technically I could shave off a couple of pixels. And if I decided to not go with the wooden borders, because that's like 12 pixels extra on each side. So it's 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, right? It adds up. If I decided to go with a different look, not do the wooden borders, shave off a couple more pixels, but I don't know. I haven't found anything that looks good. I'm not super happy with the wooden borders. It gives me a little bit of that old school feel. And I'm also not super happy about it. And I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what this could be. But then on the group panel, I can't shave off any more width, really. I mean, I could make the health bars less wide, I guess. So maybe I could do that. Just take like, I don't know, like a fifth or so off. Save a little extra room. Just push that all a little bit together. I don't know. That would literally just be just pushing pixels for very minor gains. But that would allow me to make the map bigger, just a little bit, to fill out the vertical space a little bit, without going over more than we have in the horizontal space right now. And then the action point and the location display. I want to put this like in like a much smaller bar at the top, potentially. Potentially. But I don't know how to do it. Because if I put it in a smaller bar, that would mean the overall height of the map column is going to be less. And then it doesn't line up with the other columns anymore, which means I would have to take away some height on these, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if it wasn't for the group panel. Because the group panel has to house the group. And the way it stands right now, I've already reduced it by a lot. I got 7 people in my group right now. 7. And I could have up to 9 I could have up to 9. And I could have an army, and I could have summons. Let me summon something. Let's summon some rats. Let's summon 8 rats. Let me see. Not enough mana. Where's my... Okay, there you go. Sorry. Clicked the wrong thing. Dude, I can only try this once, and then I have to refill my mana. Maybe I should not summon 8 rats. I only got an 11% success chance. I have to like constantly redo my mana. Ah, come on. Okay, I'll do like 6 rats or something. 11% chance, not high enough. 15, 19% chance. There it is. There's my rats. Summon some rats. All right, so now I have rats there. Summon some rats that help me out. And then I could have 2 more people in there, which would basically fill out. What even does it look like when I put this thing? Okay, so I got the rats and I got the army. Rats and army. God damn it. I'm like literally like I could kill an entire country. My combat prowess right now. That basically fills out the entire group panel, which pushes the resource panel out of the thing, which is not a problem. You can scroll down, but I want to keep the resource panel. I want to keep that so people can see what kind of resources they have. So I thought, what if I move the resource panel? What if we have like the action points panel and the location as like a slim bar at the top of the map? And then like the resource, the inventory panel as like a slim bar at the bottom. We could have that. But is that what I want? Probably not. Because what if someone has like a lot of resources, then I don't have a good way of like displaying that properly, I think. Yeah, there's so many questions. This is like the big issue. I have so many things I need to think about UI-wise right now, and I can't come to like a conclusion and find a way to actually make it work properly. God, this is like, it's one of the most unenjoyable things. Like, I like UI design, but like, if you have like some really challenging thing that you have to somehow work through, it gets annoying. It really does. It really does. But yeah, it is what it is. Are we gonna call it here? I think we're done. I think we're pretty much done. Tons of things to think about, and if I have to make these fucking building sprites again. I don't know. Maybe I should make the whole map like an isometric map. I wonder what would be easier, changing the whole map to be isometric and keeping the buildings, or keeping the map the way it is and making new buildings. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for coming. I think we should play video games tomorrow. I don't know what, though. I've updated my Marvel Rivals, but I haven't jumped in yet. So, I don't know if I want to do it. I gotta be honest. I feel like I'm so far removed from Marvel Rivals right now that I can't even see myself playing it. It kind of feels weird that I even did play it for like, how long? 8 months? Feels weird. Feels really weird. I don't know. So, not sure what's gonna happen tomorrow. Maybe some where winds meet, but then Wolverine gets a fucking throws a tantrum like a little kid. He doesn't like it. I don't like it either. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna call it. Take it easy. Have fun. Stay safe. All the good things. I'll see you tomorrow. Have fun. Bye bye.